We started off the month of March by going to Ogose Plum Grove in Saitama. I had no idea that there were so many different types of blossoms. I also learnt a new word which is mankai, which means full blossom. It signifies the peak of the blossom season when over 80% of the flowers on the tree have opened. And we were really lucky because that day was mankai. They had lots of little stalls selling products and also food. They were very generous and let us try lots of different dried fruits, and we ended up buying these dried melons. We had lunch from the street food stalls and it was really delicious. It was a really nice atmosphere, although it was very busy. It was very calm and quiet, and it was just wonderful to have time to admire nature. You could also try on these outfits and walk around the park and take photos. There were different coloured blossoms, some were dark pink, white and light pink. I don't really know much about gardening, but my mum said that these are weeping blossom trees and they're very, very pretty. And of course, any event wouldn't be the same without a yurukyara. They also had souvenir shops dotted around the area. These are great if you want to try local produce or just want to buy a gift for someone. I have never seen this instrument before. It was like a pigeon shape. I was waiting all day for the shishi-mai performance and I was waiting in the wrong place, but anyway, I still managed to get to see it. I love Japanese culture, and every time I watch one of these events, I always think to myself, every movement and everything they do has a meaning behind it. While the performance was going on, there was someone talking over it, and I think they may have been explaining everything and maybe the history of the event. But unfortunately, my Japanese isn't good enough to understand it, but I'm just hoping as my Japanese improves, my understanding will improve too. I'm so curious and intrigued every time I see these events, and I would love to know more about them. You can see here they're attaching a sword to the lion's mouth. I believe this is scattering of salt for purification.
Why they're fighting?
はい。当時は優勢に数字を攻めていっております。
They're fighting. But then they're fighting. But then they're fighting. Fighting.
太鼓のリズムがとてもパッと聞こえるようでしたら、上手に太鼓が叩くということでございます。名士はその方に刀を持つために太鼓を叩くことができません。その分、大きに注意します。太鼓を叩きます。リズムは相当パッと聞こえるかと思います。
There was a part where the lion started cutting off his own hair. I would love to know what the meaning of this is, so if anyone knows, please leave a comment. I had such a proud mum moment when my daughter wanted to tidy up after the show. From outside the park you can see just how many blossom trees there are. Apparently there are over 1,000. There was a shop selling blossom bonsai trees. They are so pretty, and if I had green fingers I definitely would have bought one. The prices did vary a lot. They grow them from seeds and it takes 6 years to get to this size. This is the first time I've seen such brightly coloured lions. When you see these red gates, which is called torii, it means that it's a shrine. It was very unusual. There was a statue of a lady with 2 chickens. My daughter found this flower on the floor and I always have to remind her that she's not allowed to pick them off the trees. Here's a little update of the buildings that they are making in the area. I still think that this could possibly be a Starbucks. I always come to have a look around 12 o'clock because I know the builders will be on their lunch break. And these constructions are definitely flats. Every month we receive a magazine for this area, Fujioka, and guess who's on the front? There I am. I think I'm the only one that's wearing a hat, and it was such a cold day. Oh, there is one more person, but I noticed my hat straight away. My aunt came over a couple of weeks ago for the first time to see the house, and she said she had a really nice time. So when she went on a little trip, she bought us some soya bean hearts. I'm not sure if you can see, there's a little face imprinted on there. And also some sakura jelly. Oh, thank you.
More papatai kore. More.
See you next year. The tradition when displaying the dolls is to tidy them away by the 4th or 5th of March. If they are left out any longer than this, it is said that your daughter will have a difficult time getting married. So here I am on the 4th of March putting it all away. It is quite a big job and it takes a couple of hours. I did try to organise them so it'd be easier to set up next year, but halfway through I gave up and I just put them in boxes. Also, because it is 40 years old, it's important to wrap them really well. It's already Friday. I did have the little one at home for the last 3 days. She's not been well, but the doctor wasn't sure if she's got hay fever or a cold. Anyway, she's a lot better today, so she's gone into nursery, which is really good because it's self-assessment time in Japan. I did try to do it online last year, but it was really difficult difficult. So I've just made an appointment at the tax office for 11 o'clock and they've given us a half an hour appointment, but last year it did take an hour. I do really hate doing these sensible things and I hate paperwork, but it feels so good once it's done. We completed our first community task. The neighbour picked us up and we went to the local shrine, which is Suwa Shrine. The neighbour told the priest our neighbourhood name and he knew exactly why we were there. We went to get a piece of rope and 4 paper ribbons. I think the cost was 2,000 yen and this is reimbursed by the community leader. This is me taking notes so we know exactly what to do next time. It's not our turn until another 20 years time, so I'm not sure if these things will still be taking place. But it definitely feels good to be part of keeping the traditions alive. This is the neighbourhood shrine, and although it looks really easy just to replace a piece of rope, it has to be done in the exact same way it was done before. You also have to place one of the ofura in the mini shrine. You also have to give offerings of sake and osekihan, which is red rice, which the neighbour kindly prepared for us. You also have to tie the last year's string around the mini shrine. You have to tie the shide to the piece of rope. It was such a windy day. This is the offering to the gods of Sekihan, and once you place it there, you have to bow twice, clap twice, and then bow again. After leaving it there for a short time, you're allowed to take it home and eat it. This rice is eaten on special occasions. You can see here my daughter couldn't wait to try it. She was sticking her fingers in it. The offerings are called omigoku. Did you say itadakimasu? I didn't give her much.
I can't take the bean.
Not only did the neighbours prepare the special rice for the offering for the gods, they even gave us a box so that we can make it at home. I always thought you needed a steamer to make this rice, but as long as you've got a microwave or a rice cooker, it's quite easy to do. When I lived in the UK and I was planning trips to Japan, this is the first thing I would want, the little rice ball from the convenience store made from this red rice. I will share a link for Japan Sentai if anyone does want to try it. This is our local park and I've never seen any children playing in it. It is almost like our daughter's got her own personal park. It does need a little bit of TLC, but there's no children in the area, so I don't think they want to spend money on doing it up. Anyway, my daughter is quite happy to play in the sand pit there. And in the spring there will be some beautiful wisteria flowers growing here. It does feel really good to get our first community task out of the way, knowing that it's not really that bad. But of course, if we didn't have supportive neighbours, I think this would be impossible, so we're so blessed. Obviously, we have a lot more tasks to do this year, but I'm feeling a little bit more relaxed about the whole thing now.